Welcome, fellow seekers of wisdom, to a journey that transcends the constraints of time and delves into the profound teachings of Stoicism. As the revered Stoic sage Seneca once remarked, our lives are not cut short. Rather, we squander much of our time. In a world where the river of time flows swiftly, it becomes imperative to unravel the timeless wisdom embedded in Stoicism. Today, we embark on an exploration of 7 Stoic practices that hold the potential to propel you ahead of 90-80 if people, ensuring not just mere existence, but a thriving life in the grand theater of existence. Before we dive into these transformative insights, I extend a humble request to like this video, aiding in the dissemination of Stoic philosophy. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider joining our community and activating the bell so that you don't miss any future philosophical revelations. Now, let us unfold the first Stoic way, cultivating the cosmic perspective. Way 1. Cultivating the cosmic perspective. Imagine, for a moment, standing atop a mountain peak surrounded by the infinite beauty of the cosmos with one of the great Stoic philosophers as your companion. Beneath a blanket of stars, discussions unfold about life's challenges, from the pressures of success to the constant comparison on social media. In this setting, the Stoic whispers a truth that has endured through the ages. In the grand tapestry of the universe, our lives are but fleeting shadows. This cosmic perspective, seemingly distant from our daily concerns, holds the key to a mindset that sets Stoics apart. While most individuals are trapped in the immediacy of their experiences, magnifying failures and dwelling on criticisms, the Stoics zoom out. By appreciating our minuscule position in the vast expanse of the universe, they gain mental clarity that many lack. Consider a moment in your own life when a colleague received a promotion you thought you deserved or an offhand comment ruined your day. These events can be all-consuming. However, by embracing the cosmic perspective, one realizes the transient nature of these events. Instead of being shackled by envy or resentment, the Stoic mind asks, in the larger scheme of things, will this matter? More often than not, the answer is a resounding no. This isn't about belittling genuine struggles or emotions. It's a tool for discernment. By not being weighed down by every minor setback or consumed by trivial pursuits, you gain a significant edge. While 90-80 might be chasing fleeting validations, you're channeling your energy into purposeful action grounded by a profound understanding of life's bigger picture. So, how can you embrace this cosmic perspective in your daily life? Start with moments of reflection before your day begins, or when confronted with a challenging decision. Take a few minutes to visualize the broader canvas of existence. Read about the vastness of our universe. These practices can anchor your mindset, providing clarity and calm. In a world where many are ensnared by the immediacy of their experiences, cultivating the cosmic perspective sets you on a path of purposeful living, offering a distinct advantage in the grand race of life. Way 2, benefiting from negative visualization. Picture yourself in a historic marketplace, surrounded by bustling crowds and vibrant stalls, where a Stoic philosopher captivates an audience with a seemingly paradoxical lesson. Negative visualization. In a world where positive thinking is often celebrated, the Stoics propose contemplating potential hardships and setbacks as the key to a fulfilled and resilient life. This might seem counterintuitive, After all, aren't we told to focus solely on our aspirations? However, let's delve into why this Stoic practice could be the secret to catapulting you ahead of 98% of the population. Many people live in perpetual fear of the unknown and unexpected, blindsided by life's curveballs because they've never mentally prepared for them. This leaves them vulnerable, reactive, and often paralyzed by adversity. What if you could develop a mental armor? What if, instead of being thrown off course by unexpected challenges, you've already rehearsed them in your mind? Imagine you're an entrepreneur facing the unpredictable world of business. While others dream of profits and success, you occasionally ponder potential challenges, a product failure, a drop in market demand, or even a global recession. Instead of spiraling into despair, this visualization prompts proactive preparation. You might diversify your products, invest in research, or create an emergency fund. When the tide turns, as it often does in the unpredictable world of business, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Negative visualization also cultivates gratitude, a powerful tool often overlooked in our race for more. By reflecting on the absence of blessings we take for granted, good health, a supportive family, or the luxury of a meal, we foster a deeper appreciation for the present. This heightened sense of gratitude boosts mental well-being and propels us to make the most of our current resources, giving us a direct edge over others. Remember the words Seneca. He suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary. By occasionally visiting potential hardships through negative visualization, you're not manifesting adversity, you're equipping yourself with the mental agility to handle any scenario life throws your way. In essence, while the majority might be dreading and avoiding potential setbacks, you're preparing and fortifying. This not only ensures resilience in the face of adversity, but also positions you leaps and bounds ahead in the game of life, granting you an edge over the unprepared. Way 3. Embracing intentional discomfort. Transport yourself to a serene courtyard shaded by ancient olive trees, where a group gathers around a Stoic philosopher demonstrating a peculiar exercise. Deliberately wearing coarse clothing and choosing to sit on the rough ground rather than a comfortable bench nearby, he imparts a profound message. Growth lies at the edges of discomfort. In a world inundated with tools and technologies designed for our convenience and comfort, embracing intentional hardships may seem out of place. Yet this practice could be the very reason it's a powerful tool to propel you ahead of 98. Consider the fundamental principles of growth and development, building muscle, learning a new skill, or fostering resilience. Progress typically occurs when we push beyond our comfort zones. However, most people naturally gravitate towards ease and familiarity, often plateauing in their personal and professional lives within the confines of their self-imposed boundaries. Think about athletes who excel by incorporating challenging regimens, pushing their bodies and minds to the limits. They might train in high altitudes, endure extreme weather conditions, or practice while fatigued. This intentional discomfort doesn't break them, it makes them. Embracing intentional discomfort recalibrates our baseline for contentment. By occasionally fasting, for instance, the simple pleasure of a modest meal becomes profoundly satisfying. As Seneca aptly put it, it is in times of security that the spirit should be preparing itself for difficult times. In a society where many are in constant pursuit of comfort, choosing the path of intentional discomfort not only fosters resilience, but also sets you apart. While others might shy away from challenges, you are actively seeking them out, knowing that within them lie unparalleled opportunities for growth and distinction. In a world where many are deterred by challenges, your Stoic-inspired ability to transmute obstacles into stepping stones ensures personal resilience and places you leagues ahead in the journey of life. While others see walls, you discern doors. Where they perceive endings, you recognize beginnings. Embrace intentional discomfort and let it be the catalyst for your continuous growth and advancement. Way 4. Controlling the dichotomy of control. Transport yourself to the heart of a tranquil garden surrounded by aromatic flowers and gentle streams. Here, you sit amongst eager listeners drawn to the wisdom of a Stoic elder presenting a simple yet profound dichotomy. There are things within our control and things beyond it. Mastery of this distinction, he asserts, is the gateway to unparalleled freedom and success. This dichotomy of control is one of Stoicism's foundational principles and holds the key to positioning yourself ahead of 98 of people in our modern era. Surprisingly, many individuals today spend an inordinate amount of energy and emotional currency on external factors beyond their grasp. The opinions of others, market fluctuations, global events, or even the weather. This misalignment not only leads to unnecessary stress, but also diffuses focus from areas where real change can be enacted. Let's bring this into the realm of contemporary careers. Picture a young professional, Jane, pitching a groundbreaking project to her company's board. While she cannot control their ultimate decision, she fully owns her preparation, the clarity of her presentation, and her response to their questions. By focusing on these controllable aspects, she delivers a compelling pitch, leaving no room for regrets, regardless of the outcome. Epicurus, a Stoic heavyweight, once said, "We should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is or is not in my control?" This mantra serves as a compass, guiding us to invest our efforts wisely. Adopting the dichotomy of control as a daily practice is transformative. It starts with self-awareness. Each time you encounter a challenge or a decision, pause and discern what aspects are within your control. Focus on these. For those elements outside your control, acknowledge them, but refrain from being swayed by them emotionally or mentally. By mastering this Stoic principle, you gain a strategic advantage. While the majority might be ensnared in externalities, your clarity and focused action position you leagues ahead. It's not about passive resignation to fate, but rather a proactive dance with destiny, leading with what you can control and gracefully accepting what you cannot. As you navigate the currents of life with intentionality and discernment, you stand out in a world where many are carried away by external forces, ensuring that your journey is not dictated by circumstance, but by your deliberate choices and actions. Way 5. Practicing journaling for self-reflection. Picture yourself wandering through the vast corridors of an ancient library, where scrolls and manuscripts line the walls. In this setting, you stumble upon a Stoic philosopher engrossed in writing. Curiosity propels you forward, discovering that he's not documenting grand theories, but engaging in a personal practice of introspective journaling. He shares that the written word, in this private context, becomes a mirror to the soul. At first glance, journaling might seem like a modest, perhaps even mundane activity. Yet, when embraced with intentionality, It transforms into a formidable tool that can set you ahead of 90-80 of the populace. In our modern world, filled with ceaseless distractions and incessant noise, moments of stillness and self-reflection are rare. Many go about their lives on autopilot, reacting to circumstances rather than shaping them. The Stoics, however, understood the immense value of regular introspection, of turning one's gaze inward to understand motivations, emotions, and aspirations. Consider a contemporary example. Meet Alex, a manager navigating the complexities of corporate life. While successful by most standards, he occasionally feels unanchored, driven more by external pressures than genuine passion. By adopting the Stoic practice of journaling, Alex begins to unravel the layers of his psyche. Over time, he identifies patterns, which decisions bring him peace, which situations trigger undue stress, and where his authentic inclinations lie versus imposed expectations. Armed with these insights, Alex pivots his career trajectory, aligning more with his core values and passions, leading to both enhanced fulfillment and success. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, penned his introspective thoughts in meditations, not intended for publication, but as a personal tool for moral self-improvement. He wrote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." Journaling aids in refining those thoughts. Initiating a journaling routine is straightforward. Dedicate a few minutes each day, perhaps at dawn or dusk, to document your reflections, challenges, gratitudes, and insights. This practice crystallizes your understanding of yourself, enhancing decision-making and resilience. While many might drift in the currents of life, you, with your journal as a guiding compass, navigate with intentionality and clarity. In a society often lacking depth, your commitment to self-awareness and growth sets you distinctly apart, allowing you to forge paths few even recognize, let alone traverse. Using your journal as a tool for self-discovery, you become the captain of your ship, steering it purposefully through the complexities of life, standing out in a world where many are adrift without a compass. Way 6. Using obstacles as opportunities. Imagine yourself in the dimly lit chamber of a Stoic school, where students huddle around their mentor. He presents them with a curious metaphor: a windmill. Just as a windmill uses gusty winds, which could threaten to topple other structures, to power its mechanisms and grind grain, so too can adversities be harnessed for our benefit. The Stoic perspective on obstacles is counter to much of human nature. While the typical response to adversity might be despair, avoidance, or anger, the Stoics saw such events as opportunities for growth, learning, and character development. Reflect on the modern world of startups. Picture Clara, an enthusiastic entrepreneur who launches a revolutionary tech product. Soon, she faces a major hurdle. A well-funded competitor releases a similar tool. While many might see this as a terminal threat, Clara, armed with Stoic wisdom, perceives it differently. She views the competition as a chance to refine her product, improve her marketing, and truly understand her customers' needs. Months later, not only does her business survive, but it also thrives, having turned the obstacle of competition into a catalyst for innovation and growth. To integrate this Stoic principle into your life, begin by reframing challenges. When confronted with a setback, ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can this seemingly negative event propel me forward? Over time, This mindset not only mitigates the distress obstacles might cause, but also positions you to leverage them advantageously. In a world where many are deterred by challenges, your Stoic-inspired ability to transmute obstacles into stepping stones ensures personal resilience. It also places you leagues ahead in the journey of life. While others see walls, you discern doors. Where they perceive endings, you recognize beginnings. Embracing challenges as opportunities isn't about denying the difficulty they bring, but about embracing them as vehicles for growth. In doing so, you're not merely navigating the currents of life, you're actively using them to propel yourself forward, standing out in a world where many are daunted by the prospect of facing obstacles. Way 7. Cultivating inner contentment. Beneath the sprawling canopy of a fig tree, a group gathers around a renowned Stoic teacher. His lesson for the day revolves around a seemingly simple concept, yet one that holds the key to unparalleled success and serenity: inner contentment. While the world outside relentlessly chases external validations and symbols of success, he teaches that true prosperity begins and ends within. Stoicism has always emphasized the cultivation of inner riches over external wealth. Now, you might wonder how this principle can place you ahead of 90-80 of people. After all, isn't success usually measured by tangible achievements and acquisitions? The paradox lies here. By cultivating an inner sanctuary of contentment, you become impervious to the fickle tides of external circumstances. This equanimity enables clearer decision-making, reduces the paralyzing effects of fear and anxiety, and fosters a genuine sense of fulfillment independent of external accolades. Imagine Sarah, a talented artist in a bustling city. She's surrounded by peers who gauge success by gallery representation, media coverage, or sales figures. While Sarah acknowledges these metrics, she doesn't anchor her self-worth to them. Instead, she finds deep satisfaction in the act of creation, in expressing her unique vision. This inner contentment shields her from inevitable rejections and criticisms, infusing her work with authenticity. Eventually, it draws genuine appreciation and opportunities her way. Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." It's about understanding that while ambitions and goals are commendable, attaching one's entire happiness to their fulfillment is a precarious endeavor. To adopt this Stoic gem, practice daily gratitude for the present. Engage deeply with your tasks, finding joy in the journey itself rather than just potential outcomes. Periodically disconnect from the relentless barrage of societal metrics and tune into your own metrics of success and contentment. By mastering inner contentment, you not only elevate your quality of life, but also gain a competitive edge. In a world rife with comparison, your genuine satisfaction and focus stand out magnetically, drawing opportunities and genuine relationships your way. While many are caught in the chase for external validations, you, with your cultivated inner contentment, navigate the tumultuous waters of life with a sense of calm, setting you distinctly apart in the vast sea of humanity. As we wrap up our exploration of the Stoic philosophy in the quest to get ahead of 98 of people, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound insights uncovered in these 7 ways. Stoicism, far from being a dusty relic of ancient wisdom, proves to be a timeless guide for navigating the complexities of the human experience. From cultivating the cosmic perspective to embracing intentional discomfort, benefiting from negative visualization to using obstacles as opportunities, the Stoic way offers a profound toolkit for not just surviving, but thriving in the theater of life. The Stoics teach us that true success isn't found in the external chase, but in the internal mastery of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about adopting a mindset that transcends the immediacy of our experiences, a mindset that appreciates the transient nature of life's challenges in the vast expanse of the universe. By practicing the dichotomy of control, we learn to invest our efforts wisely, focusing on what we can control and gracefully accepting what we cannot. Through introspective journaling, we gain clarity into our motivations and aspirations, steering our lives with intentionality, embracing challenges as opportunities becomes a way of life, propelling us forward in the face of adversity. Finally, cultivating inner contentment stands as the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It shields us from the external noise, enabling us to find joy in the present moment and reducing our dependence on uncertain futures. As you reflect upon these Stoic teachings, consider where you stand in the spectrum of these 7 ways. Which areas beckon for deeper exploration and integration in your life? Share your insights and personal experiences in the comments section, creating a haven for profound exchanges and collective elevation. Remember, Stoicism isn't merely about knowledge, it's about its application in the face of life's adversities. So, tread the path less traveled, the Stoic way, and may you find success, serenity, and fulfillment in this grand race of life. Until our next philosophical venture, may you navigate the currents with wisdom and grace.